Agents, we have new footage today of the moments leading up to and immediately after Mr. Peretti's shooting. The first video providing our earliest look yet at the scene before the incident. The new longer version of video obtained by the Associated Press showing us the 6 minutes before Mr. Peretti's shooting. The video does not capture any violent actions by protesters or by Peretti. There's a verbal escalation as the minutes unfold, and at one point, minutes before Mr. Peretti's encounter, we see at least one protester being detained in the middle of the street. I do want to turn now to the moments after the shooting. We're going to show you more of the chaos that unfolded in those minutes. This is from a vantage point from across the street. Again, a warning, this is disturbing.
Call an ambulance, please. Call an ambulance. Please. Please, we're all people. I'm not in the way. I'm trying to help. Please call somebody. I understand. You have to stay out of the way. Please! Call somebody now! You're right. I don't give a didn't help last time. Customs are locked. Customs are locked. Stay back, why? What's your reasoning? What's your reasoning? Why should we stay back? We've witnessed this multiple times in this city. Yes, we have. Yes, from multiple law enforcement agencies. When people do, people die. So you know the answer. When people don't do jack, man. You are evil!
Incredibly disturbing, yet another angle now that we have seen. I'm joined now by Sarah Saldana, former ICE director under President Obama. Sarah, I'm wondering what you make of the kind of tactics that we are seeing, and do you think those will change now that Gregory Bavino is being swapped for Mr. Holman?
Yes, Anderson, thank you for having me on. Tom served as the head of enforcement and removal operations when I was director back under the Obama administration. He knows his business. He worked hand in hand with the department staff and ICE staff in order to ensure that President Obama's priorities were carried out as he wanted. So he knows about targeted operations. He knows about prioritizing those who are taken into custody and how to treat them. And I am cautiously optimistic at his presence here. One of the people that witnessed this event in your last video, I am still quite. I've been to murder scenes. Anderson, and this is just beyond disturbing. It is horrific. But what I was saying was that I'm hopeful and optimistic that Tom's involvement will improve the situation on the ground. I'm also wondering out loud why it took the deaths of several people, the most recent two examples being under these very questionable conditions, for anyone to come forward to the table with some idea of resolution and truly keeping the public safe in Minneapolis.
Does the tactics we've seen of masked agents in chaotic scrums, grabbing people, removing people out of cars. I understand the federal government says, well, look, local law enforcement is not helping us. That would help the situation. Do those tactics, are they the point here? I mean, there's a lot of people I've talked to who are out on the streets who believe that's part of the objective, is to actually terrorize people or to instill fear in citizens. Do you believe, I mean, is this by design or is this just a lack of leadership?
Well, I think it's both. Far be it for me to be opining about what the objective is here. The one overriding impression I have when I see some of these tactics is anger. Anger from the beginning in law enforcement, and a disposition to squash people as opposed to keep the peace and going about your business. This is not the way Interior Immigration Enforcement is done. Under my own watch, we removed a 500,000 people from this country, and we didn't have deaths. But neither did we have these tactics.
What was the difference? Because some Republicans have said to me, well, look, under President Obama, a lot of those removals were done closer to the border. It wasn't people who had made it into Minneapolis or ingrained in society, and that's why it's so difficult here. What was the difference? How it was done in when you were there?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things that dismays me the most is the members of Congress who decide immigration law need to know what is happening. ICE is not border enforcement. That's CBP. We have a presence at the border. And pardon me for saying we, I still identify with the agency. But our mission is interior enforcement.
Okay.
And that's where the large part of what we did occurred. So to say that we are primarily removing people at the border, that's CBP and the Border Patrol. ICE has a history of trying to keep the interior of the country safe and identifying and removing people dangerous to public safety.
Well, Sarah Saldana, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Brianna, back to you.
All right, Anderson, and still ahead, hundreds of thousands of people are still without power today as dangerously cold temperatures spread across the country. Now forecasters are keeping a close eye on another winter threat, and it's one of the biggest court cases yet against social media giants. Meta and YouTube are in court, along with some other companies, over claims that their platforms are harming children's mental health. We have new details on the trial coming up.
Welcome back. New season. Plenty of reasons to get caught up.
We're mature, rational.
Have I got news for you? New episode Saturday at 9 on CNN and next day on the CNN app.
Did you say 12 o'clock? Okay. See you tomorrow at 12. I can't hear clearly on the phone anymore.
Let me show you something that will change your life. This is a clear captions phone. It allows me to read what a caller is saying.
Really?